Cheech.
Yes. Yeah. They're back.
Rush is back. They kicked off their tour, dude. In fact, I know you're gonna have a lot to say on it. I'm gonna release this
Yeah.
episode ASAP to catch the wave of Rush.
Yes.
We started our podcast on Rush. Well, actually, the new wave of British heavy metal, but then
Right.
it evolved to Rush, and you and
Yeah.
I love Rush so much. This is historic. They're back after so many years
Yep.
on hiatus for so much obvious reasons.
Right.
They're back. They have released concert footage, and this is the Cheech and Manny show, and we are going to comment on it, specifically Cheech. I'm curious just
Yeah.
what your reactions are. I saw it, and I will say just quick,
Yeah.
seeing um Alex
Yeah.
just start riffing.
Oh my God.
I saw the Xanadu video,
Yeah.
and it's funny before the drummer, before Nico
Yeah.
Niles comes in, you just hear his iconic guitar lines like well,
What what a choice to open a set with.
dude,
I don't think they
I,
ever did it. I don't think
I'm telling you, I think that Xanadu is their greatest song they've ever composed. I
yeah.
argue they never beat it. That's my argument. Hot
Yeah.
take. But I can see why they opened up with that. And also, it's like a nice statement piece because
Yeah.
let's be honest, I mean, any Rush fan worth their salt knows that Xanadu is one of the greatest songs of all time, and
Oh
especially in
yeah.
their catalog. So that doesn't surprise me. But
Yeah.
yeah, but it's more surprising that they started strong off the bat with their new drummer. And I'm gonna throw
Yeah.
it to you, Cheese. Cheese, what's going on, brother?
Not much, man. A day at the existential vacuum was a good day. I have nothing negative to say about today.
No Camus today.
No. Well, yes. Oh, always. There's always Sisyphus. That never goes away. Um, but I was trying to teach some people their Socratic methods. You're my teacher, and I'm spreading the word to people that have no idea. You know, and the advice I got was, it'll work, but just don't try it on the police.
Oh
You
yeah,
know.
no, definitely not. Because police are always right and help holders of the truth.
Exactly. So the Socratic method won't work on the law because you're considered a wise ass.
Oh yeah, then you're just gonna get beaten.
Exactly. But yeah, things are good. I can't complain. Doing a lot of different writing than normal, going back in history. I feel like I'm the only person in the world besides you studying the instrument, the lyre or the lyre, uh, listening to Gregorian chant, and writing about Carl Jung. So if there's any women out there with those interests, give me a call. And they're probably 90 or 80 years old.
Dude, don't get your hopes up, man.
Right? Probably some hot chick like, oh my God, that's exactly what I'm into. Ancient Greece, lyre, and Carl Jung. Oh
Oh
my,
yeah, oh yeah, you hit the jackpot with that.
yeah. But I feel like as I age, I'm gaining more knowledge than I've ever
That's
because of this
that
job.
yeah,
You know.
that's what happens. And yeah, if any I guess um girls out there with those interests,
Yeah,
but don't get your
if you
hopes
like
up, man.
you like Gregorian chant, we can talk, man. We could talk. But yeah, things are good. So want to jump into the talk about the
Well, let me ask you.
show?
Let's jump straight at the bat.
Yeah.
The drumming. What did you think?
Okay, for a while I was a little nervous. It was like, okay, even Getty made me nervous in the interviews. He's like, well, we didn't gel in the beginning, and you know, then it took 3 or 4 rehearsals, and then it just clicked. And I gotta say, um, by Tor and the Snow Dog,
Mm.
she fucking nailed it. She nailed Xanadu. I would say she did such a great job. You know, she got like 99. 0.9% of, Pert's parts down. She Subdivisions was a little weird. I don't know if you listened to it, she might have changed it up a little bit. Um, but other than that, I think she's amazing. She is what I love is what Getty said, keeping the legacy of Neil Peart alive.
Hmm.
And Neil Peart's family's behind this, and I support it 100%. I thought she killed it. She knew all the drum parts. She played them 99% perfectly, added her own spin.
Hmm.
Um, my only criticism, and it's not a criticism, is she has a different her drums, not her. Her drum sound is different than Neil's. I don't know if people will agree or disagree, but her toms are different and definitely her snares different. And I listened to Neil so much that I that's the first thing I heard was like, wow, the drums sound different. I texted you. I said she sounds great, but the drums sound different. But that's her style and that's what it sounds like. I give her 100%, greatness. She did a great job. So I'm very proud of her.
And, and I know you were telling me in text or in your call that she is winning you over.
She is. She's winning me over because I'm looking at it through Dave Portnoy put out something from Dream Theater. What am I saying? Mike Portnoy said she's keeping the legacy alive of Neil, and she did such a great job. And here's a guy who might, deep down, you would think maybe he'd be a hater because he wanted that, but he's not. He's really supportive of her, and it made me think that what he said is true. And Getty said that she's keeping the legacy alive of Neil, and she did a great job. You just got to get used to her drum sound, unless that's something in my own head, my own space. I don't know, maybe viewers out there who are really listening. It's real subtle. You have to really listen to, her drum sounds very different than
Well,
Neil's.
well, as a little devil's advocate, I'm not a musicologist or musician, but there's a different sound.
Yeah, which is fine because it's her
No,
it's
no,
her own.
no, it makes sense, and I agree
Yeah,
with you. The sound is, it's funny, and just off the bat, and I get it's for show. I mean,
yeah,
she even said in interviews, nervous,
yeah, yeah,
see what was gonna happen. I mean, you can see how, two comments. The first one is when she's playing Xanadu,
yeah,
you can see that it's taking a lot out of her.
yeah,
Because
yeah,
I don't think, and it's great, she's a progressive jazz drummer, which,
yeah,
but I can tell it's like there was a little,
yeah.
and it's funny, Alex and Getty are just so natural.
I mean, can
Uh,
you imagine Neil? Okay, he would ride a bicycle, 10 speed to shows. Then that transformed into a motorcycle to shows, 300 miles. Then go to his hotel, eat, take a shower, and play the show. Do you know the stamina that guy had?
well, no,
It's
dude,
insane.
that is a great point. Again, to give her credit, she's not. It's like I always say that um just from a amateur perspective when I was watching the video I could tell she was like it's like you gotta like rush and she's trying to like
Yeah,
call
yeah,
I could tell when they're playing Xanadu again. Alex, it's a glorious one when you hear Alex down 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 down
yeah.
down like you hear the
Great
damn,
thing.
and I see her and I can tell she's a little bit nervous because
Yeah,
she
yeah,
needs to sort of like get now into a progressive drum.
yeah.
And mind you, Neil is one of the greatest rock drummers in the rock genre. There's
I,
a top 10 list. And you know, um when and just the second comment what you said about the sound, another interesting thing is that obviously there's less drums in her drum kit,
I noticed
which
that.
is
Yeah,
interesting, which is interesting.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
interesting.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
No, I get it. She has her own kit. That may
yeah,
have contributed to the type of sound that comes out of it.
yeah.
But yeah, I noticed that the sound, I would say it sounded weaker. I don't know if that would be the correct word to use. It sounded weak.
I guess, we're used to hearing Neil's orchestra of drums and percussion, and she didn't have all that. Um, maybe she didn't want to be a complete replica of Neil, which is
Yeah,
fine.
she's
You
trying,
know, and maybe
or
Rush didn't want. Maybe they just said, "No, be yourself. Use
you
your
know what
own
it kind of
kit."
you know this what the sound sounds like?
What's that?
Neil is drumming on like the later albums,
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
80s albums. It kind of sounds like that. Like it sounds it's not bad. It's not bad. It just
yeah,
does it
yeah,
lacks musculature. It lacks like like power.
yeah.
Because
She's not a powerful drummer. Like that's not her thing.
right,
She's a
right.
jazz drummer, but she does have it, and she's tapping into it for Rush.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
definitely see it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think she's doing a hell of a job. And could you imagine as soon as you hear Xanadu and you're imagine being in her headspace, like, oh my God, I'm filling
Uh,
in for the
oh,
greatest drummer of all time. I actually, I'm like, wow,
oh,
I give her so much credit
oh,
for even wanting to do that.
anybody, all they have to do is just watch the exit stage left
Yeah,
concert video to
yeah,
see Neil's. I mean, this dude had power. I mean,
yeah, yeah.
his drumming and on the original recording on Farewell to Kings, it's a masterclass
Oh yeah,
recording.
yeah,
It is beautiful, and the drums are so mighty. It's sort of like similar to how John Bonham is irreplaceable in Led Zeppelin, like that sound. Like, of course, people can replicate it, of course. Like,
yeah.
I'm not saying, don't, but
Right, right.
clearly they had talent. They had their sound, which by miracle, the music gods gave, you know, the Xanadu to us. And like I said, yeah, I'm excited. I'm actually, it's funny. I was on. We'll end it here, unless you have any final minute thoughts. My final thought,
Um, hold on one
I
second.
yeah, while you're doing that, my final thought is that I actually did like it. It's interesting. Getty's voice is interesting too. I know you said you're used to it, but that's another interesting thing. But
I'm used to Getty's voice, sounding like not like Getty on 2112. To me,
no,
Getty's voice. Well, first let's talk about Getty. I mean, the first
well,
thing
no,
that
but on the
pops up.
concert footage, and just keep it relevant because we have.
Yeah,
You want to make this short because two
yeah,
minutes.
yeah, yeah. Well, I just
2 minutes.
wanted to say Getty. The first, as soon as I heard the bow now, Getty killed it.
Mm.
Getty Getty's bass playing was unbelievable. The
Oh,
guy, he's better than ever.
unbelievable!
Getty's better than
No,
ever, and
dude,
so is Al. So is
it
Al.
doesn't even seem like they were in some sort of hiatus or retirement.
No, they're hungry. You could see the passion. It's like they're like young kids up there. Um, his voice changed during Vapor Trails 2000, maybe Snakes and Arrows, where he got more throaty, less nasally, when he got in his 50s. And I love it. I think Getty's voice is, if people are hating on it, they just want to hate, but I
I
think
don't think no
I,
one's hating on it.
I haven't seen any. I've seen a couple Reddit things hating, if anything, on Getty's voice more than everyone loves. Annika, I say her name wrong. She rocked. I think his voice rocked. The only thing, I got to get used to a keyboard player.
Dude,
Um,
I didn't even notice the keyboard player.
yeah, I didn't either. So that's a good thing, I guess, because like for me, no offense to the guy, because
No, I
he's
mean,
got he's got a
keyboard
nice gig, but
player, just there to provide melodies.
I would have loved to seen just the old Getty playing keys, Moog, and bass, but maybe Getty is, I don't know, but they sounded great. First show, second show, Anika Niles, she killed it. I give her credit.
Hmm.
And the key thing is they're keeping Neil's spirit alive.
Yep.
And that's the key. That it's a tribute to Neil Peart. That took me a while to understand. And I think that knowing Rush, they're gonna probably tour to the end of the year, take a break, tour again, do a live album. This is my prediction. Then the guys are getting up there in age. So in the next year and a half, 2 years, they'll probably do a full length album,
Hmm.
which I know they have that planned. Or
Yeah.
sooner. Or sooner. Maybe next summer they'll have a new album with her. That'll be interesting.
Yeah.
and I'll leave it at that.
Yep.
That'll be interesting, you
And
know.
look, my final thoughts, I'm actually may get tickets for a July 22 show. I mean,
Cool.
it's 200 something, so
Not bad.
I
It
may
went
see,
down.
and then I might do like I might take a notebook or something and
Yeah,
talk live. So
yeah.
obviously I'm
Awesome.
just gonna buy one because it's that's still too expensive, but it's like
Yeah,
Beatles. But anyway, but yeah, I liked it. I'm second show. I know Joe has been excited for it too.
yeah.
It's
And-
definitely a watershed moment in rock
Yeah,
and Rush history, how they're back. So, and we'll be
yeah,
providing more commentary as we get more news and live updates. Go see Rush on tour. Buy your
yep.
tickets. If you have a joke,
I
if
mean
you have a joke or something.
they sounded amazing, you know. I mean, it's a little weird. I'm not gonna lie. It's weird without Neil, but Anika is
So,
she did a great job.
so for me, I think I am. I think I am. I want to use the word immune, or perhaps maybe the. So I'm used to these type of lineup changes
Yeah,
where, for me as a young dude, and you actually who saw the band,
yeah.
I,
Well, that's the thing. I think for you if you go and see him, you get to see Getty and Al. So
right, right,
the young generation, if
right.
anything, they get to
No,
see
no,
Getty, Al, and a phenomenal new talent behind the
right,
drums.
right. No, and I was gonna say
And
I'm immunized to the fact that this is a reality where I see lineup changes. For example, I saw this is crazy. I saw Sticks, but it wasn't Dennis DeYoung.
yeah,
It
yeah,
wasn't that bad. So for me, I
yeah,
don't think that really, for me personally, that doesn't really matter. But for me,
right,
and for
right,
most people, but
yeah,
I totally understand your point of view because there is a ghost of a shell, like a ghost of a chance.
yeah. Ghost
Um,
of a chance.
you know,
Yeah,
yeah.
I,
So
I
it's
mean,
sad because Neil is such a powerhouse.
yeah,
It's the same thing of like let's say Led Zeppelin reunited. Now, I'll be excited.
yeah.
Will I be able to afford a ticket? Probably not.
Yeah,
But
but
if I went,
Jason would pull it off like
right,
Anika is
right.
pulling it off. I
But
mean,
if I
more
went,
than
I'm
any
used to
drummer.
these type of lineup changes. But
Yeah,
it is devastating. It's like moving on after like I get it. But yeah, they're out there. Go see them live. There are a lot of
yeah,
tickets. I'm gonna buy mine on StubHub. So
yeah.
uh,
I was
long live
impressed with
Rush.
I was impressed with Anika Niles, the
I was impressed
performance.
too.
Yeah, so she gets my full,
Right.
on that.
And one more thing
Um,
for people who watch those videos, watch. I can tell it's taken a lot out of her. Like
yeah,
in
yeah,
terms
yeah.
of like
She's got to build up her stamina, I think, to play like Nail, but she will,
yeah, oh,
I
100%.
mean, she don't even really have to because you just watch Bite Tour and the Snow Dog. I was like, literally,
Yeah.
my mouth dropped.
What
She
an
killed it.
interesting set list and song, but yeah,
Yeah.
man. All right, well,
She really is super talented. I give her that, you
yeah.
know. So the keyboard player's along for the ride for fun.
It's so
I
bad.
don't know about that
We'll
guy.
do another episode, a quick one on him because I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
But dude, okay, this was a short one. I'll release this fast, and then we'll catch you on the next Cheech and Manny show.
Awesome. Cool.